Well, hello. Nobody's in the house, and that's perfectly okay, class. We can do this while you're in the comfort of your own home, okay? Hey, Tina. So, I had to put my title as True Crime with a Little Drama. Hey, Corey. Because there's a little, I don't know. I don't know. We're going to look at this. I actually was going to take clips from this channel's live, but it's a very, very teachable moment for us. So we're going to, that's how we're going to do it. I mean, what can I say? I'm a laid back teacher. I 420 it over here. I mean, that's just how we roll on the porch. Okay, girls, Tina and Corey get to sit at the front of the class. Wow. Nobody's really getting notifications for me. But you girls, this is going to be interesting. Okay. Now, I am going to, and I will drop my own link here. Let me find it. I got to pull up myself. Oh, hey, Tinky Tink. Let me drop this link for this channel. We are going to be watching a live stream from Cold Case Crystal. I love Crystal. She talks about missing and exploited children. She's covered the Elena Ombre, I think I'm saying that right, case, and did a wonderful job doing that. So I adore Crystal. I'm not going to tell you about Crystal. Crystal, you know, she's a foster parent, I believe, and she's just a great person. She really is. Okay, let me find myself. Let me pull myself up here, you guys, so I can hop over and chat and drop the link, which is okay. Credit. She's not going to care if I use it anyway. I'm one finger typing it. Your internet skipping, Tinky Tink. Let me see if I can do this right. I'm so used to oh, okay, hang on. Now I'm gonna send you guys this is the link to the video that I'm showing. But go over and show her some love. Go show my girl some love. Okay, there's the link. Okay, so yes, please go check out Crystal's channel. And the reason I want to show the whole thing instead of clipping some stuff is because what she is saying is absolutely correct. She just talks about, hey Jojo, talks about things that that are true, that happens out here on YouTube. So y'all know how I love to give examples of things, right? That I've said before. But y'all learn better when I give you examples. All right, class. Okay, class. So I don't know. I know Crystal. I don't know this Lolly girl. Okay, so that's not what I'm looking at here. I'm looking at the example of how things happen on the YouTube streets. It's hard out there for a pimp. I'm telling you. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait. I don't want to make that bigger. I apologize. Slip of the finger. Slip of the finger. All right. Here we go. Okay, wait. I got to slow it down. Okay, and the reason... Okay, wait. Wait, it's not connecting to my audio. Hang on, y'all. Give me a minute. Now, what piqued my interest in this conversation was not only that Crystal was talking about a, something that goes on the YouTube streets a lot, but when I heard Summer's name, of course, Remain Calm perked up, right? I perked right up. So this is Cold Case Crystal. Show her some love if you ever go over there.
There was a box made, and YouTubers brought it to YouTube.
I believe she's talking about the box that one of Cam and Allie's mods got for Summer. And it was like a little keepsake box, is what I'm guessing here. I don't know if that's the box. Because don't forget, there's another box. PG put it out. So, yeah, don't forget that.
Instead of calling law enforcement or thinking logical about the box.
But they did.
Okay,
that's true. That is true. That box, let me tell you something about the box, the keepsake box. That blew up all over YouTube. The jacket Summer was wearing was in there. Blah, blah, blah. It was ridiculous. And even Candace herself was like, take the box to the police station and I'll pick it up. That's what Candace said. And they still made a big issue about the box.
Oh, yeah. And this is a vocabulary lesson.
Okay, we're getting a vocabulary lesson, kids. Okay, Poppy, be careful in your red Mustang. Did I say hi, Jojo? Hey, Jojo. Tina, I was going to go over and check your stuff out.
This is a good one.
I hadn't had a chance to, honey. I'm
what
sorry.
What did it say? Okay.
Okay. And let me tell you why I love Crystal too. Because Crystal's like me. Okay? She'll start showing something and you can't hear it. So I told her, I was in her chat, and I told her that she was doing a Remain Calm. I was like, you're doing a Remain Calm. Okay, let me get it to where it's playing. I love you, Crystal, but...
Who I was watching. You can say you haven't changed, Lolly, but you have. Even the look in your eye has changed.
Now, let me say this. I do not know Lolly. I do not know Lolly. Okay? But obviously, Crystal does.
But let's go to timestamp 2051. Just a moment. If y'all hear a kid in the background, she's playing.
Oh, I love Crystal. And
Okay, can you hear my screen?
I'm going to kind of explain. I'm going to kind of explain what this all has to do with summer. And you guys probably, some of you might be surprised, others may not. All right, I'm going to have to speed you up there, Crystal.
Put a 1 in chat if you can hear my screen.
Okay.
Okay,
Girl.
I'll fix it.
I'll slow it down where we need to. Hey, Marie.
I apologize, y'all. Give me 1 moment.
Oh, you're good, Crystal. You're good in the hood, girl.
Okay. Tell me if you can hear it now.
I hear it.
Where there's a little shelf.
Hey, little Dad.
Can you hear it?
And it has items that belong to Summer.
Right.
Put a 1 in chat if you can hear it.
I can hear it. Hold on, let me slow it down. She's talking about
611.
Summer.
The first word.
Okay, like I said, the name of this stream is Vocabulary Lesson. How does any of this help Summer?
Okay.
I want everybody to just refresh on is a word called reverence. Deep respect for someone or something, to honor or respect. So what is respect? Regard for the feelings, wishes, rights of others. Then there's this word called integrity. To be honest, strong, and strong of morals.
Okay. You heard the definitions.
So then we come to the fourth
I
word
like this
of others.
word.
Then there's this word called integrity. To be honest, strong, and strong of morals. So then we come to the fourth word. And that word's violate. Violate. Fail to respect one's peace, privacy, or rights.
Hold on. I got a question. Let me go back and let's hear. Wait a minute. I have a question. Okay. Let's hear this again.
Name is Vocabulary Lesson. How does any of this help Summer?
I got too much to say.
I want everybody to just refresh on is the word called reverence. Deep respect for someone or something, to honor or respect. So what is respect? Regard for the feelings, wishes, rights of others. Then there's this word called integrity. To be honest, strong, and strong of morals.
Okay. I'm being
So then
weird.
we come to the fourth
I
word
like
of others.
Hey, Kirst.
Then there's this word called integrity. To be honest, strong, and strong of morals.
So, okay. To be honest, strong and strong of morals. But if you're a person and you may be being honest, is it morally right if you I don't know how to put this. Is it you may be being honest about something, but if you're talking, is it moral to talk behind somebody's back? Is it moral to how do I want to say that? Okay, I'm just being weird. If you're two-faced, is it moral to be two-faced? It's just a question. I ain't talking about Lolly, okay? I am not talking about Lolly or Crystal. It's just a remain calm question, I guess.
So then we come to the fourth word. And that word's violent, or violate, I'm sorry. Violate. Fail to respect one's peace, privacy, or rights. To treat with disrespect. Those words are all intermingled together. And like I said, when I heard this creator, then
So she heard a creator and she did a live.
Okay.
Nothing no different than I did with you, Lolly.
Class, a lesson in YouTube. Okay? A lesson in YouTube. You see a creator, you do a live, like what I'm doing right now. Here we go.
mingled together.
I'll tell you, hold on.
And like I said, when I heard this creator, then
So she heard a creator and she did a live. It's nothing no different than I did with you, Lolly.
Yes. A lot of times, that's people's content. They hear a creator and they respond or talk about what that other creator talked about. Little Deb. Hey, Black Skies. Right? That's just YouTube. That's just YouTube. Just because you have an opinion about someone doesn't mean you need to tell them. You can tell your friend, though. Does that make me two-faced? Yes. No, that doesn't make you two-faced. That does not make you two-faced, I don't think. That's a good point. Let me pin that, Cursed. So just because you have an opinion about someone doesn't mean you need to tell them. You can tell your friends, though. Well, I mean, I don't think it makes you two-faced. This is, okay, let me ask you a question. Is it when you would talk to your friends about it, is it something that you would say to the person's face? Do you get my question? I mean, everybody shit talks everybody. I mean, the majority of the time. But is what you're saying to your friend something that you would say to the person's face? Because that's a little different, right? I mean, if you're saying something to somebody else about somebody, I would, but I wouldn't want to hurt someone's feelings. I get that too. So obviously it would be something that, yeah, I completely get that, because this is what happens. Okay. From my experience, you know, things about maybe, how somebody's treating somebody else, and you know those things, and you do talk with a friend about it, and you get in a position where you don't want to tell that person because you know it's going to hurt them. And what I learned is they'll get there when they get there. But I feel you on that. Is that what, are we on the same wavelength here? Maybe the word gossip comes to play here. Yeah.
Nothing. Now let's go to 2051 timestamp.
And some of this gossip is a big word in this instance, I think.
Guys, we just need to keep her name out there, but we don't need to lose all of our integrity in the process. And I don't see how you can disrespect a family like that and still.
I think the point Crystal was making here is that I don't even know Lolly. I don't know what her, in the Summer Wells case, I have not a clue what she does in that case or anything, right? But I think that, and I think, because I don't know for sure, because I didn't start from the beginning, that there was a little bit of, okay for the Wells, but not okay for other missing kids' parents. I could be wrong. May May. I love May May. Ha, salty fry. Girl. That's crazy. Well, we ain't gonna gossip. Heck no, salty fry. We would never do that. I lost track of all the names in Summer's case. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who she is at all. And I'm not saying that I don't know. I don't know what she knows in the Summer Wells case. But yeah.
Say you're in this for Summer integrity in the process, and I don't see how you can disrespect a family like that and still say you're in this for Summer, because integrity in the process, and I don't see how you can disrespect a family like that.
Can somebody tell me what the difference is? Because maybe there is a failure to communicate. Oh dear God. Maybe there's a failure to communicate or a failure for me to understand. But tell me, what is the difference?
I mean, sorry. Is she supposed to be somebody important in the Summer Wells case? I'm not being mean. I'm truly asking. Is she good friends with Dawn and Candace? Ronnie can't say Summer isn't a cold case now. Because I don't.
If there is a difference, so then let me know. Because in this dream, Lolly,
okay,
you're saying not to lose integrity, not to go after parents. That don't help anything. They even got a clip of you, Lolly, saying some people are saying they ain't searching. Of course, you're talking about the Wells, but we don't know that.
Okay, I'm not real sure what's going on here.
Explain to me what the difference is.
Because I
reviewed you because I didn't recognize who was on screen. You say you haven't changed? I beg to differ. Yes, we all change. But you also ask if anybody saw you doing those things. To poke you in the eye. Say, woman, get your butt in gear. You're on the wrong road.
She cracks me up. She cracks me up. Crystal, you're funny. I'm not sure what was said in the beginning, but I know myself. I can't tell you all my negative opinions on the Wells all day, but that does not mean I'm not for Summer. Absolutely cursed. You guys missed the other night. I mean, I did a live, but freaking Charlie freaking K over there, the little Tigger cub, whatever he is, told me, oh my gosh, he said, why don't you go back over to your channel and cover the Summer Wells case that you have all those notes and you ain't found. It was weird. It was weird what he said to me. And I was like, I'm one person who said if I could find that child, we would know. It was weird, cursed. It was really weird.
Any of your friends say that? You say you want to talk about wrenches, Lolly.
Okay, I don't.
When the fact is,
I don't know anything about wrenches. Sorry, Crystal. I love you, but
Oh, and I'm the bitch? Ma'am, if you think that,
Oh,
you haven't got a friend or a mirror, because either would tell you different.
oh, you're not a bitch, Crystal. Crystal's responding, I guess, to something that this creator Lolly said. Lolly's in the Summer Wells case, May. Have you heard of her?
But gloves are off, right? Okay, 2505.
Well, this is the thing, Kirst. There are quite a few people, okay, that feel that they need to be nice to Dawn and Candace only so if Summer's ever found, they can get close to Summer. And that's a fact. These people are nice to Dawn and Candace because if Summer's ever found, they can get close to Summer. And, you know, I know one of them that I think she's really got a true heart. But that's what some of these people think. Popsicle ice lolly. Oh, I don't know. You've watched her a few times, Lil Dale. Is that the only thing she talks about is Summer? I don't know. I'm just asking. Okay, let me get this thing going again here.
Information in a missing child case.
Okay, right here.
It is called YouTube. We are basically people putting out information in a missing child case. That's who we are. And that's what we do. And when people start losing sight and they want to get ahead and they want to gain and be the first person to put this out there or that out there, and I don't want to be like that.
You don't want to be like that? Huh. Yeah, he is. He is a bum. Yeah. I could say a lot about him. He's disgusting.
What was that? One more time.
They want to get ahead and they want to gain and be the first person to put this out there or that out there, and I don't want to be like that. I just don't want to be that way.
And then that brings me back to this. Because I could go through every one of your streams. And I would be able to tell 145 people that are watching me now why I used to follow you.
Okay, I don't know.
Because that's how you used
Crystal.
to be, Lolly.
Sorry, Crystal. I love you, though.
He looked me dead in the eyes and he said, little girl, you don't ever ask somebody what to do with your own life. Because you know your life better than anybody else.
Oh, her daddy said that.
If you make a decision, you make it because that's what you want. Don't make it because of what somebody else said. Then you can say you did what you wanted to do, not what.
That is great advice. That is great advice.
Somebody influenced you to do. And those that are closest to me in this chat would be Duchess, Michelle, Allie, Flies on the Coleslaw. All these women can tell you I've never asked them what to do. Not once.
You know what's funny about, I know Crystal's like that. I'm like that. Flies is like that. I don't think any of us let people influence us. And I'm sure you guys too. You guys too. That's why I like my subs because, everybody has their own opinion and we can all hang out together. Me too, May. Me too. I would love it if she was found. And just to know she was happy and cared for and, that would be, I hope it in my lifetime too. Yeah, you can't let people influence you. And I did that. I did some content on narcissists and flying monkeys, and I kind of went at that whole aspect really hard, and that's what I probably should have done, was use more of letting people influence you instead of going straight for the narcissistic flying monkeys. There were some people who didn't like that. They didn't like it. Oh, thank
My
you,
channel ain't
Imagine
about this.
Peace.
But you know what? Just as sure as you're a tragedy pimp, you'll go live tomorrow. Because drama sells, don't it?
Drama sells.
I'll share my screen again.
Drama
just for one
sells.
sole purpose, which everybody in chat can see it. If you look to the bottom right of the chat, you'll see an arrow. You won't see a dollar sign.
And this is the thing too, you guys. When I get mad about something, and I do a live, or I'm not doing, big drama, I don't get the views. I get more views when I get feisty, which is okay, because every once in a while I have to get feisty. You know what I mean? But that is true. That is true. I am a bit naughty when I get up, but I'm more likely to be the one leading astray. Me too, May May.
Not that I have anything against anybody monetizing their channel. You do you. You put the time and effort in. Go ahead and do it. What I do have a problem with is people want to start drama to get their numbers up.
Yes. And that is very sad. That's why I said this is a lesson in YouTube streets. Because people do try to start drama, and they try to start drama with you. And I mean, just to get their numbers up. And that's sad to me. I'm not a big dramatic person, as you all can tell. I can watch my drama on TV. I do not need to do it in real life. My brain turns mushy after a certain point with drama. Mimi Jean.
People to do this and that because it's going to bring more people to their channel. Give me one moment, y'all.
And let me tell you, when you're on the end of that, it's just fucking ridiculous. That shit gets ridiculous.
I'm back. Then why is it so different? Why would you stand in for victims and their families?
Yeah, if you
and
do it
now
for one,
you just
do it for all.
You feel free just to put out there that they were motorcycle shopping. We don't know why they were in there. That's not a fact.
Yeah, we didn't know why they were in there.
I mean, for all the internet knows, they could have been giving flyers to those people.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Okay, that's okay. She's talking about the Sebastian Rogers case when Katie and Chris, there was a picture of them in the bike shop. I believe so, May May. But I will pull that up. Calcutta. Because I love you, May May. Hold on. Oh, the doctor. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit, May May. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Just for you, my May May.
That person that came up on at Granny's Watching's panel, that was me. But you said I come up there to say something I didn't.
Okay, wait.
Chances are you probably feel like the worst one. You look worse than the rest of them. We're women. We do that.
Oh, yeah.
But the one thing that I would never do, Lolly, is use your kid.
Yes. I don't know what happened, but things were said about a child, and it just wasn't good. I don't care who makes a YouTube channel or if they are monetized. I will watch. Yeah, exactly, little Dev. Exactly. But I think what some people, this is a thing. There are people who make YouTube channels who try to work really hard because that's their extra income. That's their extra income. And then there's ones who just do it just, I don't know. It's hard to distinguish between the two. But yeah, there's different reasons people monetize. And I think the ones that monetize for the right reasons are the ones who try to stick with like with me, I need to get back into the missing and exploited children, because I've kind of, since Todd passed away, I've kind of been swayed a little bit, and yeah, so that's what I said. This I'm not showing this to say anything about anybody, but this is a real learning lesson right here. It really is. It'll make you guys completely understand a lot about the YouTube streets and why things transpire the way they do. Also, there's YouTube creators who will actually get into big old arguments and stuff on YouTube, and behind the scenes they're buddy. So that happens also. Yeah, me too, Mimi Jean. Me too. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with, I say that all the time. I'm not gonna say anything about how people make their money. That's on them. Obviously, whatever they're doing, if they're making good money at it, then they absolutely know what they're doing.
My heart goes out to any parent that has lost a kid.
Yeah, mine
That's
too.
why I run my channel the way I run my channel. I have always said I will never say something on my platform that I can't live with tomorrow. You're not going to find me over here eyeballing a camera like I'm talking to the parents of a missing child and mean mugging them. I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm about.
You're absolutely right, Nada. Andrew is famous for that fighting and slamming someone, then having them on his panel 2 weeks later. You hit that right on the head, Nada. Did his wife ever come back? Did his wife come back, Nada?
Like I said, this was not the month.
See, Nada, we are a teaching class. We are. Oh, she came back? Lord have mercy. Well, she probably needed somebody to watch the kids. It's probably what it was. Because I don't know why she would have went back. She was the one working. He's sitting at home talking to women all day.
Because normally I stay in my channel.
Yeah, Crystal
Normally, I stay in
does.
my own little world in August. But Lala, you think you're going to get on your channel and you're going to threaten me?
Oh,
You have
Lord.
another thing coming.
You
And
think.
let me highlight a little, my mom.
Let me tell you guys something. Crystal's the last person. Why would you threaten Crystal? That's silly.
Mama used to say that. You got another thing coming. Didn't know what the other thing was, but I didn't want to know. Well, let me highlight what that other thing coming is.
Uh-oh.
We're not the only people that you've missed that this group has did this to. Shocker, right?
Ooh,
We ain't.
interesting.
Don't really surprise me. But you might want to ask your buddy if she ever said anything about a missing kid's parent potentially being drunk.
Well, who said that? Who in the world would say that? Who in the world would run around being pro Wells and then tell somebody like that behind the scenes? I wonder. So, is this a lesson on being a hypocrite? I don't know.
That's one thing. Collateral damage? Girl, the only one making you collateral damage is Annabella.
Ooh, that name I
Maybe
haven't
you need to tell
heard for a
Annabella to fight her own
while.
fight. Quit staying back there silent in the background. Because I haven't been mentioning y'all's name.
Okay, so the Mostas Panda crew viciously target people. Hey, act right. So he has people over there that viciously attack other people. Is Lolly and no, they're two different people. They're two different people. I guess they're friends though. Okay, Poppy, be careful going over the mountain. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Okay. Yeah, they're two different people. Annabella Hane at one time, she used to pop in over here. And where we butted heads was when I was commenting, like I do on my channel, about when Don Wells was on the phone with what's his name? Josh from the lab, and was talking about a horrible video that he says his old boss called and said there was a really horrible video out with this boss and Summer Tucker, Richard Tucker. And Don made a comment about the guy called him and something about $5,000. I don't know if that happened. I don't know if that was true what he said, but him and Candace were laughing about it. They were laughing about it. Well, so Nana for Life comes in and says Candace was had a headset in or something like that, right? And was actually in the background talking to somebody else. And Annabelle comes in my chat and said something along the lines of, oh, that makes me feel better. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How does that make you feel better? How does that make you feel better? And she never came back. There's a lot of other stuff, right? She's a
And I
freaking
won't
trip.
go backwards and forwards with you.
Thank you,
You're messing
Crystal.
with the wrong one. I got gas. I'll just say that.
I love her. Listen to what she says, because this is the way I feel too. And, you know, this is why a lot of times if somebody tries to start petty ass drama with me, I just tell them to F off. I'm not, and I don't do comment wars. I do not do comment wars. And for real, I don't go around looking at other people's stuff just to see if somebody says something that I may not agree with. Who has time for that? If somebody has time for that, maybe you ought to find something. Get you a hobby. Get you a hobby. But people do that. Don't watch her, must check her out. What do you mean? I don't know a lot of them either. Mimi Jean, you've been around for a long, long time. Do you know Lolly? I've not watched her, so I don't know if she only talks about Summer's case or not.
And I won't go backwards and forwards with you. You're messing with the wrong one.
I love this.
I got gas.
I
I'll
got
just say
gas.
that. I got gas money, honey.
I need to clip that. I gotta clip that. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. Let's clip it. I'm gonna show you guys how to clip something. Okay. We're just gonna hit the clip button.
About a missing kid's parent.
And then we're gonna put right up here. Oh no, not out of gas. I got gas. Oh, sorry. Maybe I'm not a good teacher with this. Ah, I got gas X. Okay, I got gas. And then we're going to get it right where she starts to say it.
Potentially being drunk. That's one thing.
Okay, so we know that we can come to this point. We'll just do it this way.
Potentially being drunk. That's one thing.
Okay, here we go.
Collateral damage. Girl, the only one making you collateral damage is Annabella.
Snap.
Maybe you need to tell Annabella to fight her own fight.
And that happens a lot too. These people they'll fight over somebody else's stuff. Just because somebody's your friend doesn't mean if they have a problem with somebody that you have a right to even say anything about it. And, you know, she's a big girl. So I don't know, you know, that's what gets me. That's what happens a lot. That is what happens a lot. I may rewind. Ideas get confusing when it comes to opinions about the Wells. Confusing how? Because you can have your opinion over here. You know that. This all comes down to, let me just say this. I'm waiting to hear a certain thing that I heard her say before. And it's about a documentary. It's about a documentary that I guess a group of people are trying to do. So I'm waiting to hear her say that. But let's get this little whippersnapper here clipped. Since I already started
Staying
it.
back there, silent in the background. Because I haven't been mentioning y'all's name.
Oh, wait. Okay. We're going to back it up just a little bit.
Maybe you need to tell Annabella to fight her own fight. Quit staying back there, silent in the background.
Okay. I'm not going to do
Because
it.
I haven't been mentioning y'all's name.
Okay. This is taking
Maybe
too
you
much
need to tell
time.
Annabella to fight her
I'm a loser.
about a
I'm
missing
a
kid's
loser.
parent potentially being drunk. That's one thing. Collateral damage? Girl, the only one making you collateral damage is Annabella.
And I had talked to Annabella a couple times. She never wanted to talk one-on-one. She always wanted to make it a three-way call, which wasn't a big deal. But this is just my opinion, that things that were said, you know, I don't know if there was, like, the person that they mentioned. I'm not stupid. So I knew that what she said, she was trying to get a response from me so she could go back and tell her good buddy. And I didn't fall for it. I didn't fall for it. I didn't fall off the turnip truck yesterday. I fell off years ago. I know. I know when people are doing stuff like that.
Maybe you need to tell Annabella to fight her own fight. Quit staying back there, silent in the background. Because I haven't been mentioning y'all's name. And I won't go backwards and forwards with you. You're messing with the wrong one. I got gas. I'll just say that.
I'll
I
go
got
back
gas
and
money,
clip
honey.
that. I will go back and clip that. And Crystal doesn't get like this.
You know,
See, that's the sad thing about it. Because they'll push and push because they want you to respond. They want you to respond. So, and when you do respond, it's just more content for them. If my memory of Annabella is correct, she was insecure and a pot stirrer. Yeah, I can see that as a memory. I didn't get to know her that well because I didn't want to know her that well. I really didn't.
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, the lows that people will stoop to get views and cash apps, to get their numbers up.
Yeah, it is sad.
Wally, I was a friend to you. For one thing, I'd never be telling you to do something like you're doing. If we spoke on the phone and we were still acquaintances, let's face it, honey, we was never close like that. I respected you, seemed like you respected me. We wasn't having late night chats. But if I was having a late night chat with you, I would be telling you this. Girl, what are you doing? This isn't what you built.
See, this is what happens, and it's sad. This is what happens, and it's sad. Because some creators, they'll start their channel out a certain way. And then as they progress and the individual people start coming in, the traffic to their channel and their subs and stuff aren't wanting what they originally came out for to begin with. So yes, if some creators see that they can get the numbers by the drama stuff, then that's the way they go. That's the way they go. So some people do start their channels out, for something specific, but then they have to switch it up because they see the higher numbers.
Your channel around. If the people you get in your chat don't stand for the same morals as you and they decide to leave, guess what? It's your win. You don't need them there.
I agree.
I can honestly sit here and say with 100% clear chest, I've never made a dime on one of these cases. Not one.
No, Crystal's not
Duchess is in my
monetized.
chat right now. She'll tell you. She dropped my cash app one time, and I told her not to do it. The things that I have done, I've done them. My channel isn't monetized. You won't see me scrolling no doggone cash app at the bottom. I haven't got no tip jar to the left, just going backwards and forwards. No, all I want to do is bring awareness to cases, mainly code cases. But if you want to stay on your side of the fence, I'll stay over here.
And that's the way I see it too, right? They do curse, don't they? Drop your link in there too, Cursed. Drop your link in there. They do. The numbers go sky high if you're talking shit about somebody or being a pot stirrer. But this is one thing about pot stirrers. You know, pot stirrers, if it was a castle, you know, they'd be in the dungeon stirring their pots because they don't like to be seen. They want to cause all this shit behind the scenes. And it's true. They like to be behind the scenes. You just can't see them because they're in the dungeon stirring their freaking pot. For real.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever threaten me again. I don't take kindly to it.
Snap. Mic drop.
I've got too much going on right now to be aggravated with you.
And it seems like, and have you seen this, Cursed? It seems like that some of these people will go at someone when it's one of their lowest moments. When it's a, a date of maybe death in the family, or, you know, they're just mentally not doing well. That's when people will attack, right? Oh, it broke? Dang.
Hold on just a second, y'all.
Poppy's at home. Hey, I'm going to dock Poppy Red Mustang. Okay? Poppy lives at 420 Poppy Road in Siberia. All right, everybody see if you can find her. I'm playing Poppy. Yeah, they'll hit you when you're down.
Now, people can do whatever they want on YouTube. I don't care. I'm not talking. I don't want you to think that I am talking about people having the channel monetized makes them bad. No. But when you're spewing some of the things that we have saw on these YouTube streets that has no facts behind it, you can't say you're doing it for a missing kid. You can't say that.
I agree.
There is another part here.
No, Jojo. No. This is Cold Case Crystal. That's a different Crystal. That's a totally different Crystal. Not the same, darling.
That I'm looking at. I really want to play it because she says that if Summer is found, she wanted to be a channel that Summer could come to.
I told you guys, I haven't even listened to this. I haven't listened to this whole thing. I told y'all these people are staying close, trying to stay close with Dawn and Candace only because if Summer's found, what would happen with her channel if Summer was ever found and she could get Summer on that channel? Wow. Right? Hey, Nicole, are you feeling better? You can stay in the bushes if you want.
I mean, that's her words, not mine. That's what she said.
Money, yeah.
And I thought I wrote the timestamp down for that one. I didn't. Give me just a moment.
Crystal, you're just like me, girl.
Give me just a second.
Okay, girl. I got you.
Salty Fry doing a clip. I can't tell Salty Fry what to do with her channel. Or his channel.
Why are you talking about? Wait, you talking about Salty Fry? What happened with my Salty Fry? Lord, Jesus, take the wheel. They've been talking about Salty Fry?
And by the way, Lolly, I had to get these brought to my attention. Because the person that brought it to my attention actually respects me. And as far as Salty Fry doing a clip, I can't tell Salty Fry what to do with her channel. Or his channel. I know one thing. You're trying to dig into Salty Fry way more than I ever have.
Yeah, what's the big deal with Salty Fry? And everybody want to know who Salty Fry is. That's just why. I think they think that he's somebody that he's not. But what's the big deal? Mimi, you're so cute.
Okay.
Let me say this, I've always said this. If someone on YouTube is trying to find out who you are, etc., it's never for a good reason. It's never for a good reason.
Okay, here we go. Just so y'all know,
Yep.
I'm not just attacking somebody.
Salty Fry's been a bad boy. Bad boy, Salty Fry.
Because I'm not.
We are planning to do it again, and I am so thankful for it. Hey, Sandy, thanks for being here. But a video all about me.
Okay.
Hey, Dispatch Crystal. But yeah, a video all about me. And you know, I don't care if people want to talk about how I present a story or talk about anything, you know, whatever. But this one hit hard. It hit me in my heart. And they knew it would.
No. That is not why I reviewed it, honey.
Okay, wait.
Because you see, it came from people that.
But I really.
A little bit.
This video was put out months ago, or a month or so ago. I held her in high regards. I love knowing that.
Oh, here we go.
She was no longer doing her lives. The lives that she would do where she would read scripture from the Bible.
I did do those lives. Absolutely.
So what?
We get a little cold.
Okay, I'm trying to get through that because I don't know.
I can hear Duchess in my head saying,
I don't know.
Not putting a whole lot of that on there.
I love you, Crystal.
But yet she's trying to say she didn't change and that I'm fake. And
I don't know.
To another group
I don't know
creators,
about
to
that.
another group.
The reason why I'm going through it fast is because I don't know personally what has transpired with these two, right? So, hey, Nicole, will you drop Salty Fry's link in there for me real quick? I don't know where he went. He popped in earlier, but... And I know that a lot of us, we say she or girl or whatever, but Salty Fry's really a guy. From my knowledge.
You know,
I haven't changed groups of creators that often. Lolly, what's going on with you? Why are you changing so much?
Okay. I don't
someone
know.
influencing them
I don't know
ringleader
anything about
of
that.
this group.
That would be Duchess.
Things that she said during
Which is why they talk like
Okay.
this on the phone. Because y'all have talked to me on the phone.
So wait a minute. Does she actually have written down the points about a creator that she wants to make? Some people cannot stand. I don't show my face. I want peeps to watch and listen to my content, not get to know me. People get weird. There been there, done that with a stalker. Yes. Yes, it's crazy, Cursed. It's crazy. And, you know, I never cared to show who I was. I mean, some people are probably like, I wish she wouldn't. But, you know, I don't know anything about this, so I'm out. No, I'm going through it quick, Mimi. But I love you.
We're regulars.
I'm talking about the summer
Still will.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find where they talk about summer.
forever and ever and ever.
But you just have to give me a chance.
Second of all,
and there's a point I'm making.
but believe it or not, and Duchess is in this chat right now.
To a friend and encouraged her to do
In chat. That was the day you lost your wrench, Lolly.
Okay,
Lolly?
I don't know nothing about that.
Party. That's not speaking for herself.
Okay.
Not at all.
Wait,
A very minor Lolly.
hold on. And yes, I should have listened to it
And then you're
before I
going to turn
played
around
it
and act
today.
like who is supposed to be your friend. I ain't going there. I ain't doing that. See, there's another one. Now, you see, the thing about it is you've been told by a whole third party.
The third
That's not
party.
speaking for herself. Not at all. And maybe somebody that thinks they know it all. But trust and believe. Lolly, you don't know everything you're talking about, honey. You haven't got the clue. Not the tiniest clue out there.
I wanted to say about the
I didn't take your wrench.
documentary.
Nope, not until you decided to make a whole What the Fuss channel to talk about the drama. And let me tell you, let me be very clear. Very clear. If Allie, Michelle, or Duchess decided they was going to make a whole drama channel to stir crap up, they wouldn't hold a wrench on my channel either.
a person that I loved and respected
Okay, I'm not worried about that.
come out.
Where's the
Damn
damn?
here. That's just my tone. Who you become.
Okay, I'll have to find it because I've been on here over an hour. So, I mean, there's a lot of lessons to be learned. How the YouTube streets are. They're like that. They're like that. And it's sad. I don't think I would. Usually, if I'm talking about somebody or showing something about somebody, I don't go hard on them like some people do. Unless they really make me mad. But anyhow, somewhere in this conversation, there is a little mention of a documentary. This third party went around and mentioned that that group of people are going to do a documentary on the Summer Wells case. I don't know all the players. I don't know all the players. But one thing I'll say. One time, I had someone ask me to basically give them a copy of all of my Summer Wells notes so they could keep up with what I was talking about when I talked about Summer Wells. That person, I don't think I ever spoke to him again after that. Maybe a couple times, because I'm not a big bitch about it. But I knew then that that was the only reason that that person was even having anything to do with me or my channel. So someone asked me if I would start covering Summer's case again and go in order from the very first interview on. And I'm going to kind of tell you why that bothered me. Because this person is in that group. They're in that group. And if I wouldn't have thought about it and talked about it with someone, I probably wouldn't have realized that the words that threw me off were in order. In order. That person's a part of this group. So, do I have something you need for the documentary? Or are you just wanting me to put the content out there and then you can take what you want for your documentary that you possibly don't have? Because there's a lot of that stuff that's gone. A lot of it that's gone. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. So that it's all sad. Who's chasing? I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know chasing. I don't know chasing. I don't know Lolly. I don't know any of them people. I've heard of them. I mean, the only one that, yeah, I've never watched her. I mean, I know of her, and I've watched a couple things of hers, so I don't want to fib about that, but I don't know these people. I don't know any of these people. The content that I would watch a lot back then was, I believe her name was Gabble Geeks. And I watched her stuff for a little while, but so, yeah, I don't know any of those people. You haven't watched them in a long time. Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about them. I don't. I know Chasing Truth, Jenny, Gabble Geeks, the Adrian person. I don't, yeah. Yeah. Because, see, I know that they're mean girls. I don't know. I don't know. So, my brain can't take too many channels either. Lord, I pulled up my subscriptions today, and I've got too many. I got to get rid of some. But no, that's what happens on YouTube. So a lot of times you got somebody in the background stirring the pot. And what they're doing is they're going around to they're going around to people and they're saying things. But it's stuff that it doesn't make any freaking sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm not like that. I really, you guys, I don't have the capacity in my brain to fight with people all the time. And look, it's okay if you want to be a well supporter. That makes no never difference. Me personally, I'm not a well supporter. I'm a summer supporter. Bottom line. And I can put all my interviews out there. I put out some of my content. But I'm not going to hand my stuff over to somebody for a documentary. Eventually, I will do what I set out to do. I'm just not the type of person I'm going to put out any type of book about the Summer Wells case until I know at the end of the day that I'm doing justice for Summer, not for Donna Candace, not for their friends. Hey, the big white horse. I feel the same way. Summer like a bad Saturday Night Live skit. I seriously. It's freaking weird. But Curse made a good point earlier because sometimes these people will say things to you talking about a person that you care for. And then you're like, do I tell that person? Because the person who told you the stuff is supposed to be that person's best friend. So basically, do you tell your friend your best friend is talking shit about you? That can go two ways if you do that, right? That can go two ways. Yeah. You guys, that interview, and I talked about that. I showed that interview that Dawn did, the last little what the freak ever, and heard what he said. That I'm just adding that to the list. That goes on my list of horrific things that Don Wells has said about his daughter Summer. Now, that is a fact. That is a fact. Because guess what? It came out of his mouth. It came out of his mouth. And you know where he said that at? If I remember correctly? Where was that at? Nana for Life pointed out to us. I told them they could not do the interview at the event, that they had to go on the other side of the park, is what she said. It was an event for, I don't know if it was for Summer or all the missing and exploited children. But she wouldn't let them do the interview right there beside where they were holding the event. Right? It's okay, Sassy. You're all right. And it is so easy. Let me say this. It is so easy to call people horrendous names and say horrendous things about their family and children. It's very easy to do when you're sitting behind a keyboard and you don't even you don't even live anywhere near the person that you're talking shit about. So you don't have to worry about running into them on the street. Who's who? Who's who, Cursed? But yeah, I mean, some people won't come to the forefront and say whatever they're saying. Person who said they couldn't do the interview there. Oh, Nana for life. Nana for life. Said it in my chat. Whatever the event was when Don Wells did that interview, and I'd have to go find the interview. When he did that interview, this last interview, it was at an event, I thought for summer. I can't remember. But one thing I will always say and hold true to, when I was going over and over and over these interviews, trying to get them word for word, even when I read over my notes, I can even remember the emotion that the person was, was putting out as they were saying what they were saying. I watched these YouTubers. I watched subs. I mean, not in a stalky way, but in a way where I wanted to understand how some of these people, I kind of wanted to know the YouTube streets a little bit before I jumped into them. And I seen how a lot of things worked. He's done 3. Are you sure it's not 1 and they spliced it? But anyhow, there's a documentary mentioned. And it's in there. You guys know I wouldn't say it if it wasn't in there. But I adore Crystal. I really do. She does talk about children. Yeah, little Dad, that was just a little bit. That was just a tiny bit of what I wrote. And I need to get my ass in gear and get it finished. I keep waiting because I want her to be found. That would be a happy ending to anything that anybody writes. The one in Knoxville and the one where Tim was standing with him. I think they were the same ones, weren't they? Do you have them over on your channel by chance? I want to, all right, we're going to pop over to this story because it was brought to my attention. So I said I would look at it. Okay. There was an Indian doctor that was AR'd and red-rummed on night shift. This is horrifying. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Thank you so much. This here, you guys, is what I want to be talking about. Missing and exploited children and horrible things happening to our people. by evil individuals. So the nurse was working a night shift. The RN red room of a trainee doctor in India's Kolkata city earlier this month has sparked massive outrage in the country, with tens of thousands of people protesting on the streets, demanding justice. BBC Hindi spoke to the doctor's parents, who remember their daughter as a clever young woman who wanted to lead a good life and take care of her family. Wow. Oh, you got it, Sassy Ann? Okay, hang on. I'll pull it up here in a second. All the names and details of the family have been removed, as Indian law prohibits identifying our victim to or her family. Oh, so their law says that they're not allowed to put out the identifying markers for our victim and her family. Wow. Please make sure Dad takes his medicine on time. Don't worry about me. Oh, this was the last thing the 31-year-old doctor said to her mother hours before she was brutally assaulted in a hospital where she worked. Horrible. The mother kept trying to call her. The next day, no answer. That same morning, the doctor's partially clothed remains was discovered in the seminar hall, bearing extensive injuries. A hospital volunteer worker has been arrested in connection with the crime. The incident has sparked massive outrage across the country, with protests in several major cities. At the weekend, doctors across hospitals in India observed a nationwide strike called by the Indian Medical Association, with only emergency services available at the hospitals. The families say they feel hollowed out by their loss. Since the daughter's horrific red rum, their house, located in a respectable neighborhood, has become the focus of intense media scrutiny. Journalists trying to capture the family as they step out. 10 to 15 police officers stood guard to ensure the cameras do not take photos of the victim's family. Wow. So she had went to the seminar room to rest after working a 36-hour shift. They came from a lower middle class family. The father's a tailor. They remembered being very poor, and she was actually taking care of her family. The victim wrote in a diary that she wanted to win a gold medal for her medical degree. She wanted to live a good life and take care of her family. The father said that the daughter always made sure that he took his medicine. He said he ran out of his medicine one night, thought he'd buy it the next day. She found out it was 10 or 11 at night. and she took him his medicine. Yeah, they don't do that over here, do they, Lil Deb? They just let everybody know who the victim is, their family, friends. How sad. The daughter was almost finalized to be married. How sad, you guys. Okay, so following the assault, which made global headlines and led to weeks of protest, India tightened laws against SB, sexual violence. But reported cases of sexual assault have gone up, and the access to justice will remains a challenge for women. Women are wanting more protection at their places of employment. Wow. Okay, there you go. We will look at that again. That is horrible. That is horrible. Okay, let me get over here to my chat again so I can pull up that Sassy Ann sent me a Facebook thing. Hold on. Hold on. I got to get my link. But you guys understood what I was pointing out when I showed, yeah, people do amaze you with their dark secrets. It's crazy. It is cray cray. Okay, let me find myself here. Let me find myself here. I know one thing for sure. That stuff that goes on over there at the freaking Tiger Place or whatever it is, that is crazy stuff. That is crazy stuff. Them people do cray cray stuff. Oh, yeah, I got another story to tell you guys. What am I looking for? You sent me a link to my own channel, Sassy Ann. Oh, okay, wait, is that it? Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, sorry, Sassy Ann. Yeah, I think I played this. I don't think this is the whole interview. I think they edited it. Let's see. I don't need to hear. So that's, I'm confused. All right, hold on. I'll just go down the line and play it.
Off the asphalt, outside city limits.
We'll just go down and listen to the ads.
Years since a 5-year-old girl disappeared from her Hawkins County home, never to be
You
seen
can hear
again.
it, right?
TBI investigators say the search for Summer Wells is still active, and they refuse to call the case cold. In tonight's Appalachian Unsolved, 10 News anchor Brittany Bailey talks to Summer's father and looks into why the search efforts so far have come up empty.
It's the face that launched 1,000 tips, searches, social media posts, conspiracy theories, and one big question: what happened to Summer Wells?
She could be being tormented every day, tortured every day. She could be locked in a basement with chains. She could be going the rounds with drug dealers. There's all kinds of things, but there is a small bit of hope.
How can you sit and say those horrible things, but then say, but there's a small bit of hope? I mean, this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. I cannot sit on my channel and say if the parents are guilty or innocent. I can't do that. I don't know. But I know, covering this case, that Don Wells makes me feel like that whatever happened to Summer, I feel it was because of something that he did. That is one thing that is at the top of my list, is that he may not have had physically anything to do with it, but somewhere it had to do with something that he did. That's just the way I feel about it. Yeah, he can so easily say these horrible things. At the beginning, all we heard was how much Summer loved him. Summer didn't love Candace till she was 18 months old. She didn't want anybody but him. He never, nobody ever touched his heart the way that Summer did, which was weird to me because he had 3 boys.
That she could be with possibly someone who cares about her. We don't know.
These are the thoughts that run through the mind of Summer's father, Don Wells. He said,
But what's weird is, instead of talking about, she could be in a home right now. She could be going to school. She could be being fed. He goes for all the horrific stuff first, all the horrible stuff. And then he says, there's just a little bit of hope that she's being treated well. Weird, right? He loves to lurk. Will they not allow him to give his opinion about CPS taking Summer? Probably not. Probably not. Yes, hashtag no Summer, no peace. But I have to say, too, in my opinion, Don has done so much messed up stuff that he probably don't. Look, that guy's probably done so much rot gut evil stuff that he probably wouldn't even know where to start with what he's done and what could happen with Summer. You guys get what I'm saying on that?
as in the years since his daughter disappeared, he's been treated like everything from a grieving father to a prime suspect.
We don't pay no attention to them because they have no idea. We can't go there because that's just a waste of time.
So you can say you had nothing to do with your daughter's
Yeah,
disappearance?
I absolutely can. A lot of times in our misery at night when we can't sleep, we'd befriend somebody on Facebook and we'd talk back and forth, and then they'd come out and say, "Where's your daughter? We know you had something to do with it." And it would just rip your heart out more than it's already ripped out.
Why would that rip your heart out? Why would that rip your heart out? Oh, because y'all need friends? Why would that surprise you now? That's been going on for 3 years. People befriending you guys. Be the bean. Yeah, he's pretty wild-eyed, isn't he? He doesn't look as bad. If you go back and watch some of these interviews, you can tell he's been partaking of something. Yep, he's seen it before. He knows how it works. He has seen all of it before. But like I said, don't forget that, you know, Don talked about his mother owning a motel. Don talked about the, you know, kingpins, I'll call them, of the substances. He talked about it being closed because of all the nasty activity there, and that his mom got it reopened, and they basically let these individuals run their business out of the motel. Don said they even made sure that these criminals had security. That's what he said in so many words. Then he talked about seeing a child basically in a motel room with individuals doing horrible things to the child. Then he says, but wait, you know, I didn't know what it was at the time, but now that I'm older, I do. How old were you, Don? How old were you? I just realized the demented words he said to Zig 5 years ago. He literally said, I know she's, yeah, Don has said some horrible things. I don't think it was in Tennessee. I would have to go back and find the interview and listen to it again. He was younger, so I don't know if it was actual Tennessee or somewhere else. They claim there's footage of Summer, then why can't the public see? I don't know. I don't know unless, you know, they may at some point in time have to use it as evidence, right?
People have speculated what they think has happened in this case. The difficult part of the speculation is that if we as investigators speculate and focus our efforts in one direction, we're making a huge mistake.
TBI investigators say they have to explore all possibilities, from Summer wandering away to her being kidnapped.
We look for children when most people aren't. And this case is one that we've just not been able to overcome.
And you know, him stating that we look for people where other people aren't, there's no way I would look for anything on the dark web. But they have the capacity to do that, right? They have all of that right in front of them to look on the dark web, look under, you know, different sites that I would never want to look at. Never. Law enforcement, yeah, this is the one I seen.
This case has been troubling for nearly everyone who has followed it, including many who didn't even know Summer personally.
I've got little blonde-headed, blue-eyed babies too. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard
Is this the documentary lady?
to just like see her and
Online, she joined others from across the country in becoming deeply invested in Summer's disappearance.
the only thing that we can do is keep sharing her pic. One will eventually report it. I
Sorry,
have to hold that hope.
That hope
I
now.
don't need to
Summer
watch
disappeared
her.
from her home on Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County around 6:30 p.m. on June 15th,
Oh, the link is
2021.
long.
Authorities set off on an
It's
exhaustive
okay.
search lasting late into the night. And just after midnight on June 16th, the TBI issued an endangered child alert. Around 12 hours later, that was upgraded to an Amber Alert, which is still active today. In the days that followed, crews searched more than 3,000 acres using helicopters, planes, drones, and scent tracking dogs. Then in June of 2020,
Now, some people would talk like that law enforcement didn't do anything. Robin's new interest in missing and exploited children is really weird. Video after video. Well, I mean, loves to lurk. Then we're all weird. Because, you know, I came on, when I started my channel, I talked about Summer, but I knew that, you know, I really wanted to get into the missing and exploited children. But I've always said I've been weird, right? That I don't think they know the timeline loves to lurk. That's why Ronnie Lawson allegedly said that everybody needs to look at 4 hours, not just 10 minutes, 4 hours. So that would be the 3 o'clock till what, 6? And anywhere from, basically what he's saying is anywhere from the point of dropping H off after that. Yeah, I think we all got a list of things.
2023, 2 years after Summer went missing, the TBI released an enhanced age progression photo of what Summer might look like. Today, she would be 8 years old.
We have thrown everything that we know to throw at this case, and we haven't had the answers that we need to get. We know we'll get them, but we don't have them today. When I see the picture of Summer Wells, I see my daughter. And I can tell you that if my daughter was missing, I would sure hope that somebody was looking for her every day.
I think the main place that I know that they said Summer ended at the trail or the driveway. Whatever happened, to me personally, happened before Candace went to Fred's. Who was allegedly who was on the main road around 3 to 4:30? Fred, right? Fred, right? He had his excuses, but he automatically, to get people's eyes off him, what he did was start talking about Andy. Oh, I seen Andy. He went to the back. Blah blah blah. I was waiting on him to come out. The time frame that he says he's seen Andy, in my opinion, is when Summer went missing. Could have. This is just, I don't even like to say what ifs, but I'm just going to put this out there. Candace gets home. She gets Summer up. They had seen Fred and Laura on the road, and Summer walked right down there to see what they were doing. Something that has stuck with me, and I can't get it out of my head, is when Laura made the comment. Summer had been there a couple times, but when the boys were there, they were always with Dawn. They were always with Dawn. Yeah, I heard that. That Dawn supposedly made a scent trail. I heard that. We also had the text messages where we had the text messages. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, do you guys remember back in the beginning there was a text message between Candace and this girl? I think her name was Jenna. I could be wrong. And it said something to the effect of, did you tell people that Dawn was home around 3:30? I believe it was 3:30. And the girl said, I said that you didn't see him, that he was home, but you didn't see him at that time. And Candace's response was, oh, okay. Right? That was a text that was out. Yeah, everything that could go wrong did go wrong, Laura. Poppy, if you go back, and I don't want to go back and listen to it, but my opinion on that, he was talking to Ziggy. Ziggy at one time, and Ziggy said this, that due to some problems she was having, that her mother actually was taking care of little Ziggy for a time. So I always thought that he was saying that to Ziggy, not necessarily talking about Summer, talking about Ziggy's daughter.
Do you feel like you'll ever see your daughter again?
Eventually. I don't know about in this life, but eventually, yeah.
You may remember back in July of 2021, the Department of Children's Services confirmed Summer's brothers were removed from the home. Don Wells tells 10 News he and Candace recently signed over their parental rights to the boys. We did reach out to DCS for comment, but we're told DCS could not release case-specific information. We also reached out to the Hawkins County Sheriff for this story. The sheriff declined an interview, but said the case is still a priority and will continue to be until Summer is found.
See, how convenient. Hey, I got to get something to drink, you guys. I got cotton mouth really bad. Oh, cool. Curse is going to whip up some tea. Because she don't stir nothing. Curse does not stir anything. She whips it up. Heck yeah, girl, whip that tea up. Whip it up, baby. Okay. So, let's see if Dawn says anything else. I don't think so on
If you
this
have
one.
any information
Any information on Summer Wells, 865-215-71. Let me get the next one up. I don't think that's a video. If that's just Adrian, I don't need to show that. I mean, for real. I don't need to show that. Okay, hang on. Hang on, whippersnappers.
The TBI issued that alert for months. Hundreds of volunteers searched the Beach Creek area and beyond for signs of that then 5-year-old. Just a month after she was reported missing, the TBI said they received almost 1,000 tips. The TBI says they have executed searches on the ground, air, and in the water. But despite their efforts, there are no new developments, leads, or suspects in her disappearance. The TBI did release this age progression photo of what Summer may look like today. Experts say photos like these are often the only way to keep the search efforts up over time and get answers for families.
Those images are something that gets people's attention. So as much as we can get her face out there as possible, and facial reconstruction is one of the only ways that you can actually generate evidence that's not already there.
That is very true. There has been many individuals found because of facial recognition.
If you have any information or tips in Summer's disappearance, you're asked to call authorities.
Why do they keep using that picture like that? I don't like that picture. This might be the same thing. This is WBIR. This should have some more Dawn's interview, I would hope. I would hope. Come on, get through the commercial. What are you doing? What are you doing?
From her home in Hawkins County. Agencies from across Tennessee and from other states have been part of the search, and now it's become national news. Summer's parents appeared on Dr. Phil yesterday. The show sent private investigators to talk with them for the show. During the interview, her father maintains his daughter was kidnapped, but says he doesn't have any evidence to prove it.
Do you know where Summer is?
Oh, no. I wish I did.
Do you have any earthly idea what happened to her?
No. I wish I did.
Do you think Candace had anything to do with it?
No.
And what about this? And you think what might have happened to her was what?
She was kidnapped.
Yeah.
Meantime, in Hawkins County, agents and detectives with the sheriff's office say they continue to work every day to find out what happened. People in the county say the TV appearance adds even more to their confusion.
Until somebody told me something, I believe I would be crying. I don't think I would be on Dr. Phil. I believe I would be out here looking for that child myself.
The TBI still needs your help. If you have credible information you believe could help in the investigation, call 1-800-TBI.
And let me tell you guys something. What I think of Dr. Phil. Dr. Feel Good. Them going on Dr. Phil was, why are you buffering on the sharks? That's been happening. Facebook asks when you make a new Facebook account. Oh, yeah, they want your face. Be careful, cursed. Reminds me of a case in Dayton back in the 90s. Well, I can guarantee you that at the time Summer went missing, that most of the people in that community did know each other. They do know each other. And probably a lot of them have known each other for years. For years. They knew exactly what Fred was doing. And they know law enforcement's coming before law enforcement gets to the holler. You better be sure of that. It was just weird to me that Fred knew where all the cameras were. Fred knew where all the cameras were. That's something, right? That's something. Now, I'm not sure exactly what the relationship was between Fred, Laura, and Candace. But why would Candace go to Fred's looking for Summer? And if it's true, why would the dogs have hit behind Fred's truck? Also, do you guys remember when I believe it was Fred put a story out that there was a book bag found? A book bag or something found in his driveway? And also a washing machine that had clothes in it? Because at the time, that story, they were trying to say that Candace did that. Candace left that stuff on the property. So, Fred, why are you lying? Why are you lying? But no, to be honest with you guys, I don't want to be a part of anybody's documentary. And if they want my hard-earned work, they need to be talking to me about a big old check. That's all I got to say. So, why would she be walking over there to find Marlena's daughter? Marlena's daughter had not even been there. So why would she walk over there to find Marlena's daughter? And you guys have to remember about some of these people. Okay? Some people in Summerwell's case, when they came out on YouTube and stuff, it was about money. I always use Andrew, Allie, and them. MC's parents. Who's MC? I don't know who MC is. Yeah, them kids were all over Ben Hill. That's what Sherfy Sr. said too. Summer was down in that road just like the boys were. For real. She was all over the place. And she could have walked off. She could have. The thing about it is, you guys, I've tried really hard not to put out misinformation about Summer's case or any other missing child. I try to go by what law enforcement is saying. And with Summer's case, it is hard to do that because, you know, all this stuff is coming out. People bring out whatever they can to, you know, keep that content and stuff going. So then when you have somebody newer to Summer's case, instead of getting the factual information, you're getting a lot of misinformation, you know, put out there. And, you know, some people who, you know, are not so much into her case, they believe what they hear. They believe what they hear. Oh, Marlena. Yeah, I would only have one question for Marlena. Just one. Why did you and Candace have a falling out? What happened that made you and Candace have a falling out? That'd be the only question I would have for her. Well, a lot of people have lied to manipulate the narrative. A lot of people. But I know people make fun of me because I, you know, with Summer's case, I talk about, you know, writing a book, and that's okay. I don't mind if they make fun of me, because just because of that doesn't mean that I'm just gonna try to put out a bunch of bullshit nonsense. That's not what I want to do. That is not what I want to do. Believe me, Summer's head being in a freaking box is not going to be anywhere near. No. That stuff is just because that's not a proven fact. That's not a proven fact. I mean, that's just nonsense anyway. I mean, come on, you guys. You guys are smart enough to know that there ain't nobody going to keep something like that in a freaking box, so that if somebody else was to come at them or say something about them, then they have a part of a little person that they're going to say, I'll give the cops this if you say anything about me, right? That's just nonsense, y'all. That's just nonsense. Thanks, Kirst. I appreciate ya. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off here. And Crystal, thank you so much. You know, you're a really good person. You really are. Keep talking about the children's cases. Keep doing what you were doing to start with, and definitely don't let anybody lead you astray. For real. For real. Well, you know, I don't really talk that much about Rose Bly. I do know that law enforcement came out in the beginning of Summer's case and was taking another look at Rose's case, because of some things that were said. You know, I can't remember if somebody said Candace said, I think Candace had been drinking, and she was like something under some a driveway or something, and they looked into that. Rose has been gone for many, many, many years. Many years. And it's sad to say the only thing that I can give is give my opinion. And I truly think that she met up with the wrong person. Maybe she trusted somebody, you know, that she shouldn't have trusted. You just never know. You just never know. But always go back and check out Sloan Bella. Sloan Bella, just in your Google search bar, put Sloan Bella Summer Wells, and it should pop up. That is a really good reading. She was the very first psychic medium. I don't know if that's what she calls herself, that actually talked about Summer's case. Yeah, I think when she gave her reading, it was even before the boys were gone, or they were just taken right after. And I've showed that. I mean, I think I've played that a couple times somewhere on my channel here. You don't believe none of that? Well, I just feel this way too. If you come upon information that you feel that you need to tell law enforcement, Hawkins County, TBI, FBI, it doesn't matter, right? You wouldn't be putting it out on YouTube. Yes, darling, I will. I was wondering where you been. I wondered where you were, girl. Okay, hold on. I got to pull my chat up. Oh, Sassy Ann's in. Hey, Sassy Ann, will you drop my email, please? Please, ma'am. Absolutely. Yeah, just let me know, because I want to pull up some videos that I have that I really think you'll be interested seeing. So we're going to have us a good conversation, girl. For real. Okay, so there's a couple other cases, but I'm not going to talk about them right now. I'm going to save them for next time. But yeah, Chai, drop me that email and we'll get going on that. So, Nicole, I hope you get to feeling better. So, and look, we'll talk about summer again. We will. But we all have our own opinions and theories on it. And to be honest with you, I'm just not the type that I'm going to befriend Candace and Dawn just so if Summer's ever found, I can be around Summer. That ain't going to happen. The last place, in my opinion, if Summer's ever found that she needs to be on is anybody's YouTube channel. But hey, your channel, you do you. You do you. But it is very true. So you guys just keep an eye out, because you can always, I mean, when there's shit stirs in the background, their true colors will eventually show. And you know, I hold true to my statement. You'll get there when you get there. You will get there when you get there. Eventually, they're gonna try to get out of the dungeon. And then when they do, and everybody's like, hey, so-and-so's out of the dungeon. Do you remember when so-and-so said this about this and this and this and this? And then everybody starts going, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That person told me the same thing. Or this person said this and this and this. And then people they go, SMH. What is up with that person telling everybody that? And you know what? I wouldn't have known about the documentary. I wouldn't have known about the documentary. But somebody with the name A decided they were going to tell everybody about it. And there's 3 different people that will say exactly what was said. And I'm not saying the person who texted me about covering Summer's case and going, you know, exactly down the list. You know, let's get these interviews out and let's get them in order. I don't mind doing that, but, you know, I don't mind doing that, but I wouldn't want, I wouldn't want somebody to take my content about Summer and use it for their own self-gain. And use it for their own self-gain. I mean, you get what I'm saying? Sunday at, do you want mornings or evenings? Do you want mornings or evenings? I'm making an appointment. Bad bitch investigation. Well, that's the problem. Nobody even owns their own shit. What? 6, 7, 8 o'clock? Whatever time's good for you, Chai. My appointment book is open for you. 6 o'clock. All right. All right, you guys, make sure you come over and check us out on Sunday. Chai and myself, we are going to be doing a very intense live on trafficking. Yeah, 6 is fine. Fine by me, girl. Okay, you guys, I'm going to get off here. But, yeah, that's how the YouTube streets work. Like I said, I don't know that lolly girl. I don't. Hey, Genevieve, I do not know that lolly girl at all. And whatever the issues were with her and Crystal, I don't know anything about that. I was interested in what was being said about Summer Wells. I guess really there wasn't a lot said there, but it just, it's sad that that happens a lot. I'm off tomorrow. Oh, you're off tomorrow, Genevieve? Are you wanting to do something, Genevieve? Genevieve's always late for class. She'd be late for dinner if she wasn't feeding her husband. Genevieve. But you can go after somebody and still be nice. You don't have to be mean and hateful, talk about their children. I mean, that was like with Charlie Kay. Honestly, I was not being mean to him in chat. I was being pretty cool. I wasn't attacking him in any way. And he just kept on and on because I was in chat. He was saying really weird stuff to me. Really weird stuff. I mean, crazy. Working and can't play on YouTube like I used to. Yeah, you know I'm playing. Genevieve knows I'm playing. So, yes, Sunday, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. We are going to have a good time. And try, I will, we will work it out, girl. We will get it. We will get it right where we need it. Yeah, he would attack himself. But that was so silly. I mean, it was like he was trying to attack me below the belt. And I was like, but what he said about Summer's case, it was just stupid. It was really stupid. I mean, if you're gonna attack me, at least do it, at least hurt my feelings. If you're gonna waste your breath attacking me for something, at least aim to hurt my feelings. Because he really didn't hurt my feelings. It was just stupid. Ignorant. He was being ignorant. So, yeah, craziness. Craziness, y'all. Okay, I've got my OCD's kicking in. I got about 7 minutes. It was revealing of character. Yes, it was. It was very revealing of character. Or have something to attack me for. That's right, Bobby. I mean, it's kind of silly to attack somebody and make up something that is not the truth and has been stated that it wasn't the truth, but then they use it anyway to try to attack you. And it's like, why do I want to argue with you when the receipts are out there that I was telling the truth? I was saying that what you're saying is not true. It's a waste of energy. It is a waste of energy. But that's a great example too. Don't freaking come on YouTube and, oh, I'm against bullies. I don't like bullies. I'm going to do a channel on YouTube bullying and what's wrong with it. And then you end up being the biggest bully of them all. Right? People get pissed off when they, yeah. Yeah. He's Marie. He is the new Tigger runt over there. That's Ernie's buddy. That's Ernie's buddy. Who took over Ernie's channel. He just needs to have a woosah moment and calm down a little bit. Instead of just attacking people. It don't work like that. Oh, you unsubbed from him? Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. But he'd been around for a while longer than I knew. Longer than I knew, ladies. For real. Titty tiger. Yeah, the little titty tiger. We'll call him Triple T. Triple T, Charlie K. Little bitty Tigger Titty Tiger. What a trip. Oh, poor Flies is working. I miss her hanging out. Flies, if you're listening, which I know you're probably not, we're saying, hey, girl. Hey, girl. If you have somebody on YouTube that you have become close with, you consider them your friends, someone that you can talk about anything, and you feel that way about that person, and then that person, you know, in that situation, you're with your friends, you should be able to talk about whatever with your friends. They shouldn't be wanting to record you. They, nothing like that. They shouldn't be wanting to read your text out, on their channels, just because they may get mad at you. Your real friends are going to tell you exactly how they feel. And if they're your true friends, then you don't have to worry about, bullshit being said. For real. What the fuck is that? I mean, that's the way I see it. I mean, dang, me and Flies, she'll be like, why are you yelling at me? And I'm like, damn, I didn't realize she's like, I know. I'm probably gonna make you mad. But that's the kind that we're friends. I consider her my friend. I was always asked if there is some information being shared. Sometimes we just need someone to bounce information. Exactly. I mean, I talked to Genevieve too. I talked to Sassy Ann. I talked to a lot of people. But the documentary thing did bother me. The text bothered me that I got. And I am not going to say anything bad about it. But, I had to question then. Is it sincerely to put out, the right information, put out true statements, or is it because y'all are doing a documentary and maybe I have something that y'all can't find? I don't know. Because of the YouTube streets, that I had to question that. So that's sad. That is sad. So my lazy ass just needs to start getting my notes out and get to typing. And it's going to happen. If anything, I would, that writing about Summer was something that Todd encouraged wholeheartedly. He really did. He never said anything at all about me spending my time listening to interviews over and over and all that stuff. He never did. try to get me to stop doing that in any way. He encouraged us so much. So if anything, you know, I want to get it finished for him too. So, but okay, you guys, make sure that you definitely come in on Sunday. I know for a fact, no, I don't want to say that. If I go live tomorrow, it's going to be in the evening time. Okay. I'm not going to be able to do it during the day. I've got so much to do. I keep procrastinating on it. It's like, so definitely. But I'm glad that I hate that Crystal had to go through that, but I'm glad that you know, I'm glad that she came about it the way she did, because she was teaching us some lessons in that. So it wasn't to me, it wasn't a live where she was, you know, calling a bunch of people out or whatever. That's not what I was listening for. What I was listening for was the truth in how YouTube is. How YouTube is. And it's sad. But as I say, people get there when they get there. You got to work Sunday night? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Genevieve. Because I can guarantee you it's going to be really good. It's going to be good. So, all right, I'm getting off here. I've been on here 2.5 hours. I don't even really know. I can't even say what this live was about. You guys know me. I talk about 3 or 4 different things. I've got some more stuff I need to talk about too, but we'll do that another time. But yes, tomorrow evening, I'll go live tomorrow in the evening time. I don't know. I may pull up some stuff to do a roast. I don't know. We'll do something. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. Church crowd. Yeah, church crowd. Thank you, Marie. All right. Thanks, mods, for coming in and hanging out. And I'm going to get with Flies and see about the doing the mod meeting. And I definitely want to get with that. But I have to have her help me because I'm not sure how to do it. So I definitely want to do that. Nicole, I hope you feel better. I've said that before. I really do hope you feel better. So, yeah, you guys never know where my content's going. I go 500 different directions. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. All right. Bye. Bye, Kiki. Peace out.